Hey, Christ Fellowship family, this is Pastor Ken Bear. I just wanted to send you a real quick greeting regarding Easter that I thought you'd like to know a little bit about what our plans are and what's going on. By now, you've already heard that there are 22 services, ding, 22 services that those are physical services, not including our online campus, that we'll be celebrating together at Easter. And you know, when you really take a look at Easter and the literally thousands of people that will be here, we're anticipating almost 40,000 people at our campuses. There's a few things we had to make a decision on. One of the decisions we had to make is, first of all, is that a lot of the people that are going to be joining us that day are probably not true visitors. We're going to be having a lot of visitors and guests, but a lot of them are people that come occasionally to Christ Fellowship. So one of the things we're going to be able to do is be able to take a look at the crowd itself and say we want to make sure that they have the very, very best experience, not so much from a new visitor's perspective, but this is their church. And as a result, what we wanted to do is we wanted to make sure that we had plenty of services so that everybody had the very best experience they possibly could. It's very difficult sometimes when you're standing in the background or there's no room at you at the end. I've heard that before. So that's why we're having, for example, at the Gardens campus, 7 services, at Royal Palm, 7 services, 22 services in all. Ding. And as a result, we've got to be able to figure a way to distribute the crowd. Now, if you take a look at distribution in the crowd, it's going to be kind of difficult. There's only 2 ways for us to do that. One of the ways is to spend a lot of time on the pulpit and basically try to get people to move to services that are going to be a little less crowded. The problem is, as we continue to grow, that's more and more difficult. It takes a lot of time from the pulpit. So what we decided to do this year was try something new, and you can think of it as a reservation. We're calling it ticketing, but it's really a very simple approach, and that's this. If you're receiving this message, that means you're a regular Christ Fellowship attendee, a volunteer, somebody that's near and dear to our heart, part of the family. We're asking people that are part of the family to go ahead and make their selection of what service they'd like to go to early, and they do that by picking up a ticket. Now, they only need tickets for themselves. So typically, in fact, I was out at Royal Palm last week handing out tickets, and when they came up, I said, do you need 1 or 2? Because typically families are a mom and a dad, a husband and a wife, that type of thing, and as a result, they only need them for themselves. You don't need tickets for your children. You don't need tickets for Uncle Susie or Aunt Susie or Uncle Joe. Any guests that you bring, they can come. Anybody can come into our services. We're not going to turn anybody away. The tickets are strictly for us to make a reservation ahead of time. In fact, that's what it says on the ticket. It says, thank you for making room. So I hope that you be able to encourage people to pick up their tickets this weekend and the last weekend before Easter. Make room for other people. It's going to be a real joyous occasion, but we need to be able to spread the crowd out so that everybody gets a really great experience. Hopefully we could fit everybody in to the auditoriums and a little bit of overflow, and we're going to try to do the very best we can to make those enhanced overflow experiences as well. So thank you very much. Remember, if you haven't signed up, we need you to volunteer for one of these services. We need 3,500 different volunteers. These are volunteer slots at our campuses at Easter. So God bless you. Thank you very much. We love you. We're praying for you, and we'll see you at Easter. Thanks.